Steve Jewin, MMA Mania.
All right, Steve, go ahead.
Mercenary AJ McKee, it's always good to talk to you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself?
Excellent. I'm really looking forward to this fight you've got coming up with Justin Lawrence at Bellator 197. But I have to ask you a question that actually relates back to your Bellator 187 fight, because you were there when Conor McGregor jumped the cage in Ireland, and after today's antics, being you're a featherweight yourself, and he's the former featherweight champion, probably former lightweight champion at this point, what do you think of all this madness going on around Conor today?
Man, it's whatever. He's cool. He's gay. I don't really care. It's Conor, man. He's a wild man. He's fighting Irish. He's wild. That's one thing I've noticed about the Irish people. They're wild, but some of them back their shit up, and some of them don't. Some of them just like to talk. My previous fight, Brian Moore, he wasn't a talker, but he came to fight. It was a good fight, fun fight. Wish I would have trained more than 3 weeks for the fight, but hey, I went in there and I did what I had to do.
You did indeed. You still got that rear naked choke in the third round, and it was a nice, impressive finish. Speaking of people who are talking and not necessarily doing, you've also got a little bit of a beef with Conor's friend James Gallagher. He's continually supposed to fight you and never fighting you, so that issue seems as yet unresolved between the two of you.
Yeah, I hope they're not friends, because if they're friends, man, I mean, well, whatever.
Friends and training partners, as far as I know. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's probably riding his little coattail or whatever, but whatever. That dude's trash too. He talks about I'm a pussy. You call me pussy on national television. We're supposed to fight, yet you've taken 3-4 different fights with other people, and you still haven't even attempted to fight me. Yet you want to fight me, and then you pull out of a fight. And then you tell me you want to fight me, but you're supposedly hurt after you pull out the fight. A week later, you're talking about you want to fight again. So are you hurt or do you want to fight? So it's some little girl drama. I think he's scared to fight right now. I don't know what it is. He's probably going to get beat up and wasn't ready. But hey, that's why he keeps trying to talk and say he wants to fight me, but he knows he doesn't want to fight me. Especially after me beating his buddy Brian Moore up like that.
Right.
I trained 3 weeks for that fight and beat him up, and he's better than Brian. Brian Moore is better than Princess Gallagher. So he saw that, and then he wanted to kind of let it die out a little bit. But hey, man, I'm ready to fight whenever. He just pulled out of his fight. I'm about to go knock Justin Lawrence out, and then we could fight right after. He says he'll be ready in 2 months, but he said that 4 months ago.
Justin Lawrence definitely isn't afraid of the fight. He took this fight, so how do you rate him as an opponent?
Man, Justin Lawrence is a great fighter. He's a great opportunity for me to go out there and showcase my skills and really get a top level contender. I feel I haven't fought anyone on my level yet. You know, I've kind of just been playing around and taking fights with mediocre guys, and I can get away with training for 3 weeks for a fight and winning, you know, not really going into a fight prepared. So Justin Lawrence isn't someone that you can do that with. You got to show up prepared. You got to put in the full 8-week camp, and you got to go out there and put in the show and bring the fight to him. So Justin Lawrence, you know, he's the man in front of me right now, and that's who's gonna get it very, very soon.
What kind of research have you and the Body Shop done on him? Did you watch old Ultimate Fighter footage, UFC footage, his Bellator fights, all of the above?
That's kind of my dad's job, you know. That's my dad's job as a coach. He watches them, studies them, and just tells me what to do. Hey, this is the combination you need to throw. This is what you need to work. You need to be in shape for this fight. You need to pressure him, bring the fight to him. First round, he'll be in there cool with you. Second round, turn it up and push your tank, you know. Second round, if I'm pushing my tank, I know I'm breaking them. I don't get tired. I never get tired unless I'm not training, of course. And that kind of showed my last fight. But we still know I can dig deep and pull out a W even when I'm tired. So that's a good thing to know. And training this full 8 weeks, man, it's going to be phenomenal. Nothing against Justin Lawrence. He's a great fighter. I haven't taken a fight over 50% yet. And the fight I fought at 50% was Mazzotto, and look how that finished. So being 80-90% ready it's fun, you know. It's fun, and I'm ready to go in there and see what I can actually accomplish and do with a full 8-week camp and feeling almost 100%.
Well, going back to Brian Moore for a second, since we've referenced it a couple of times now, what do you think it shows for your development as a mixed martial artist that, as you said, you not only took that fight with a few weeks to train and prepare and not a full camp, but to bounce back from a second round that didn't necessarily go your way and get that rear naked choke in the third? What does that say about your full roundedness as a mixed martial artist now?
It just shows, I wouldn't say a cage awareness, but it shows that if you push someone against a wall, you know, you put them back against the wall in a corner, are you going to ball up or are you going to fight? Are you going to dig deep and try to kill, you know? That's something that happens in the animal world. You push them, and then when they have no choice, they're going to fight, and they're going to try to break you or attack and get out. And that's kind of what I knew I had to do that third round. I knew it was win or lose, you know? If it goes to the scorecard, I'm in his hometown, I'm in his turf. It's his area. If it goes to the scorecard, I'm going to take a loss. So after that second round, sitting on that stool, I had to come out and dig deep and give it my all. And that's exactly what I did, and it paid off.
Well, hometown fights is another issue that ties in nicely here because you've got the same thing with Justin Lawrence. He's from Missouri. He's going to be very popular there at Bellator 197 at the family arena. So how do you feel about the hostility that you might receive coming out for that fight?
Oh, man, that's motivation. I've had haters motivate me my entire life. I came from nothing, so what else are you supposed to do, you know? You're not supposed to make it if you're coming from nothing. So that's just motivating me. When they sat there and sang their ole, ole, ole the whole time, I laughed at them. And that thing was roaring loud. It was hilarious to me. So it's motivation for me, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. And Justin Lawrence, thanks for this opportunity. Thanks for making me train and preparing me to actually have to fight, you know? He's a top-level contender in our weight, and I'm going to make an example out of him.
Well, you might have haters in the arena, but you've got fans at home and around the world. So how do you feel about people jumping on the mercenary hype train at this point? Are you happy with it, or do you feel like there's a lot of latecomers who should have been with you from the start?
Hey, man, you gotta test something out before you realize what it is, you know? I'm not going to just go jump on a product and say, oh, I love this product. I'm going to test the product out a little bit and then see how the product is. So, hey, I'm glad you guys are on the team now, and I look forward to keeping you on the team and keep getting these W's, you know, and supporting and having fun for you guys and putting on those shows.
And
if you're not a fan, you will be a fan.
Absolutely. With your stunner shades on, showing out for the fans here in the family arena and wherever else you go. And where else you go might also be to the world title against Pitbull. Do you feel like that's the next step after this fight?
Definitely, man. I'm waiting for it. Pitbull, I told him, I got a leash and a kennel waiting for him. There's a couple other things I want to accomplish before then, you know. My father's still fighting, so I'm looking forward to doing a father-son fight and competing with my dad. You know, he's for him to be at his age and still competing is phenomenal, and no one's competed as professional athletes together besides in baseball. So for this to be such a hands-on sport, I'm really looking forward to breaking more history and being able to do that with him. But Pitbull, he knows he's got it coming. 2018, he's losing that belt, and it's going to be mine.
Now, is there a card in mind for that? Is there an upcoming Bellator card this year where we're going to get to see Antonio McKee and AJ McKee at the same time? Have they told you a date?
There has not been a date set, but hey, after this fight, I'm ready. My dad's ready. He's training with me. He just finished beating me up about 30 minutes ago, so he's ready whenever. You know, this is a great fight for me to go out there and really just show what I'm about, you know. Everyone says I haven't fought anybody, so hey, here's Justin Lawrence. Here's a great fighter who's got a great track record, and all his losses are to top level guys, neither in our division or UFC. So It's a great fight for me, and I'm really looking forward to going out there and whooping his ass.
You know, we've talked before about the wealth of wisdom and experience you can gain from your father and his career and his wrestling knowledge and all the tools in his shed. But I've never asked you about the family dynamic to it. When you have a hard day in the gym and your father is, as you just said, beating on your ass, does it affect things afterward? Are you still able to be cool?
Oh yeah, man, it's nothing but growing. He laid on me today and just beat the brakes off me, and I got irritated. I'm like, get the frick off me, dude. Like it's just irritating, you know? But hey, that's what he does. That's how he fights. He's gonna take you down and he's gonna cut your face open, and you're not gonna do anything about it. So until you figure out how to get around it or how to deal with it, you can't be mad about it. Why? Because there are no rules. That's not against the rules. That's exactly what he's supposed to do. And he's mastered his craft. He's mastered what he's supposed to do.
And in the end, it's just sharpening you up, because what he teaches you from that is what you can do to every other fighter you face.
Exactly. Except I'm trying to knock your head off the whole time. But hey, I am a McKee, so if something's not going right, I can take you down and smash your face in as well. That's always an option.
That's true. And hey, it's been a little while since we've seen the head kick of doom that you gave to Dominic Mazzotta. Are you promising that for Justin Lawrence here in Missouri?
He's a mover, but hey, you never know. You never know what you might get with AJ. Might be a kick, might be a punch, might be an elbow. Who knows? But just expect it to happen, I'd say late second.
All right.
He's going to break in a second.
Sounds like a good plan to me. And with 70% of your fights being finished, I don't think we have to worry too much about seeing that. I expect good things to come in Missouri. But before I let you go today, as always, AJ, I want you to plug sponsors, shout out the Body Shop, social media links, anything you'd like to get out.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for having me. Shout out to the creator, the man upstairs. None of this would be possible without him. I got to thank all my teammates, Aaron Pico, Joey Davis, Marlon McGee. Who else we got? We got all kinds. We got Heinrich, he's fighting April 13th. My sponsors, Affliction, Lane Egg Whites, Import Auto Pros, Skunk 2, Dr. Dossman, he keeps me nice and healthy. Who else? I know I'm missing somebody. I always miss somebody, like Sonny, and anybody else I'm missing. Thanks to all my fans, man. You guys are what motivate me. You guys are what keep me drived up and keep me going.
Absolutely. And anybody that you missed, they'll be on the fight banner. Just look at the cage at Bellator 197 and you will see it. And of course, AJ McKee Jr. on Twitter, maybe Instagram, Snapchat too. What other ones are you on?
AJ McKee 101. Instagram, Snapchat, Periscope. And yeah, that's about it.
All right. AJ, I always appreciate the time. Thank you for doing this interview today, and have a great fight at Bellator 197 against Justin Lawrence.
All righty. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thank you, Dan, as well.